All right, I'm about to try out my first game in the new ranked system in Dune Imperium Digital. We can see here that the queue is going to open up in about 30 seconds. The way this works is at the top of every hour, you can join the queue and then the games will fire 5 minutes later. So you can check out my video on the ranked mode if you want to see more of the details of how this works. But you can see right here, 5 minutes before the top of each hour, the queue will open and allow players to join to play in the next set of games. At the top of the hour, players in the queue will be seated into tables of 3 or 4 player games. Work your way from bronze all the way to master and take your place in the top 100 leaderboard. Sounds like things are happening. Okay, here we go. I am player 4. So I've got first pick here. Let's take a quick look at the Imperium row. Space Travel, Jameis, Gunthopter, Ix-Guild, Compact, and In the Shadows. Minimic Film, Hollow Projectors, Holtzman Engine. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with Beast for this game. I just kind of want to start with the extra resources, to be honest, the extra spice and the extra Solari. That extra spice, I'm thinking, could let me get like a very early Minimic Film, which would be kind of nice. That's kind of the main reason I'm going there. If it weren't for that, I would probably pick Romber, just because I haven't played him that much and I would be interested in playing him more. Now, it is a ranked game, so I'm not sure how I'm going to approach these ranked games versus normal games. In normal games, my philosophy is always to pick a leader that I haven't played a lot recently. I'm kind of always trying to mix it up. Now, in ranked, maybe I'll go more towards what I think I'm already good at or what I think might be better, but even then, I'll probably still mix it up. Okay, but yeah, I can get a round 1 Minimic Film here with Beast, which I think I'm going to do. Just that extra persuasion every reveal turn, starting on round 1, I think sounds really exciting. So that's my goal for round 1 here. We're taking a look at the conflict. There's some extra spice in here, a freighter and a troop. It would be good to get into this conflict a little bit because I do have 2 daggers here. So it's going to depend on what everybody else does. Now, let's take a look at Romber. So he has the ability to get techs from his signet ring. I'm just kind of watching to see if anybody grabs any spice. Okay, well, he does have a negotiator here. He got that from his signet ring. So what that means is if I want to make sure that I get this Minimic Film tech, I need to do it with my first agent, because if I wait, Romber could go there, use the tech negotiator for the 1 spice discount and the extra discount from here and grab that. So I really want to get that. So I'm going to do it round 1 and then we'll just see. Hopefully there's going to be a spot for the Seek allies or potentially even the reconnaissance just to get in on this conflict, because again, it's a good time for me to do it. All right, so if I do want to get into the conflict, it is going to have to be the reconnaissance. Well, unless I go to an early Hardy Warriors, that's an option as well. And I guess, again, I'm saying I have 2 daggers, but I'm using one right now. So I guess I don't actually have 2 daggers. Let's grab this. All right, that's exciting. That's exciting. I'm really happy about that. As you can see, I now have 5 persuasion for the end of this round. So if I use the Seek allies or the dagger, that's still going to be true. Spy Satellites pops up in the tech row. Let's shout out the other players in the game here. Leds47 on Tessia Vernia. So I'll give you a quick look at her abilities. I'm not going to go through everything in super big detail right now. We've got Priceless on Prince Romber Vernius. So we've got all of House Vernius in this game. And Urkas as Duke Leto Atreides. Let's take another look at the Imperium row. We got a space travel here. Always a great card. Love the guild faction access, the drawing a card when you play it, or the 2 persuasion on reveal. Basically makes this card like always good. There's kind of never a time I feel where you're not happy to draw this card. Jameis is a pretty interesting one. I think having the infiltrate ability on the Freeman access is a nice thing to have. The early trash can be nice, and 1 persuasion and 2 swords on reveal is, I think, reasonable as well. Though most of the time you're probably going to want to use him if you can as an agent. Taking a look at the conflict here, a lot of people involved, so I'm not too sure how much I really care about getting into this now. It would take a lot of investment even just to get 3rd, so I think I'm going to dip out of that, and I'm going to look to use my Seek Allies up here at Wealth, get a little bit of early Solari. Solari is something that I feel I still don't know the best way to get Solari in Rise of Ix in terms of unlocking Swordmaster, High Council, base game. I kind of had that figured out, especially with Beast. You could sometimes get it all round 1 and be ready for turn 1, round 2 Swordmaster. But Solari can be a little bit tricky to get because a lot of it is locked up here in this shipping track, which is often in high demand. So it's a little tricky. So I'm happy to get that 2 here. Did an In the Shadows just get replaced with In the Shadows? Looks like it. Ooh. Guild Accord. That's quite an amazing card right there. Notice the infiltrate on the guild access ability. Ooh, okay, nice 5-cost card. This is actually pretty cool. I already have 1 influence with the Emperor. That's going to potentially allow me to buy some techs with Solari. So honestly, there are interesting options. Like, I'm somewhat tempted to get Space Travel and Jameis as well. Nice, 2 nice faction access cards. Appropriate doesn't have any faction access, but I'm going to go for it just because it's going to advance me on the track right now, which honestly could be a very big deal early in the game here. That's going to help me grab potentially Swordmaster money pretty quick. Now, the issue is I'm likely not going to get the chance to go to smuggling this round since I'm going to be acting 3rd. If I could, it would be really, really nice. Let's go back to this card for a second. Okay, so first of all, infiltration on Space and Guild access can be a really major deal later in the game. I mean, even early in the game, in terms of getting your faction points with the guild to unlock shipping, but obviously you're not likely to get this card super early. But notice the text on here. It costs 2 spice less to send an agent to the Hayliner board space with this card. So not only can you not be blocked from Hayliner with this, but it's going to be only 4, which is really nice for 2 reasons. One, obviously it saves you 2 spice, might save you like an agent turn collecting the spice to be able to go there. But the other thing is it hides the ability for you to get there. A lot of the time when you're trying to analyze like what's the round looking like, what are people going to do, you're kind of taking a look to see who has 6 spice, who is able to get to Hayliner. But with this, you can actually get there with 4. All right, let me take a look at what I'm doing here. Yeah, again, so unfortunately smuggling is blocked. Would have loved to have done that. Wealth is also gone, which is too bad because it would have been nice to get Solari here somehow. But unfortunately, I am kind of locked out of that. There's some nice spice to get here. So do I want to get the spice, or do I want to make sure that I can get to a fold space with the diplomacy to try to unlock interstellar shipping? It's quite a difficult decision to make right now. I could even get crazy and go for a dreadnought right away. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't know. I really don't know. That's the move I decided to make. I'm not sure if that's the right call or not. I could have gone for spice, then gone for like a hollow projectors. This Holtzman engine obviously would be really great to get. But it really does feel like unlocking this interstellar shipping just can be such a big deal. So I decided to prioritize that, and it looks like I'm not going to pay for it because all these spice spots are still available for me even now. So that ended up working out quite well. I'm probably going to get something into this conflict. Leto really wants it. I'm trying to think, how bad do I want something like this hollow projectors? I don't know. All right, let's just get a couple of sort of free spice. I'm not going to win this conflict. There's still 2 agents left to go here. I'm wondering if I'm kind of wasting my troops, honestly, throwing them in at this point. I'd have to throw in 2 to have a shot at this water. I'm going to go with 1. And what I'm hoping is that Vernius doesn't get anything in here, and I'm able to get 1 water for that troop, which would be quite nice to do. Having 2 just opens up options for the future. So I'm sacrificing a troop here, and it looks like I may get nothing out of it. I'm going to get nothing out of it. So, I mean, that's an interesting kind of decision, right? It's like, I didn't really want to put in 2, but and you know what? I think I really kind of messed up this round potentially. Maybe I should have tried to get up to tech negotiation, so I could have picked up the guild accord. Anyway, it didn't happen. All right, 5 persuasion. I am going to go now for the space travel for 3. Ooh, interesting decision now between Guild Administrator and Jameis, or Arrakis Liaison. I think I'm going to go with Jameis here, since I do already have 1 Guild Access card in the space travel. Kind of diversify a little bit with Freeman access. The Infiltrate also could come in clutch. And it's early enough that I might get some value out of the card trashing still. But obviously in retrospect, I'm not happy about throwing this troop away. And I maybe should have tried to pick up this guild accord. I didn't talk about the reveal ability, but revealing for a water is nothing to sneeze at. And 3 spice if you have the Guild Alliance. All right, so waste of a troop. Now this really hurts. Because what I was hoping to do... Well, I guess it wasn't going to happen anyway, but I was hoping to go to smuggling. So that I could get myself some Swordmaster money. That's not going to happen. I do get the bonus Solari from Leto activating this Solari portion. So I do have enough for High Council now. Problem is I don't have any Landsrat access cards. So what I might do... Oh, God, that really hurts. That really hurts. Use of the voice there to block that because I was hoping to send space travel there. Ooh. That's rough. That is rough. Well, I think I want to grab wealth then. So that gets me some more Solari. I might end up with 8 from somebody else activating this if I don't get a chance to do it myself. I'm going to want more anyway for, you know, High Council, Swordmaster, potentially a Dreadnought. So I don't mind getting more Solari. It's a little bit sad to see all that spice go, but again, I didn't have any way to get it myself. The other reason going to wealth is nice is it does unlock the appropriate ability here. So I don't know that I'm actually going to necessarily use that, but okay. Well, okay, I do get to use the space travel finally. In the end, I guess I should say. So I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to let this conflict go. I want to get that that guild point. Unfortunately, my fold space is going to be wasted as I draw it now. I do have 6. I really hope that's still there by the time my reveal comes around. That would be really, really nice. So this is kind of interesting here. I wonder if I'm going to end up using that appropriate. I mean, I could like buy a... Okay, the Holtzman engine got picked up by somebody, but... You know, I could buy a flagship with Solari at some point. I wonder if it's worth holo projectors. I'm not sure. All right, Leto, what you got? Now, unfortunately for Leto, I guess he didn't end up having the card to get to Swordmaster this round. He had the Solari. Only 5 persuasion is great news for me. Oh, wow. All right, well, I mean... It has to be this Guild Accord. That's just too nice of a card to let go. So very excited about getting that card. Let's celebrate. Yes. Yes, indeed. I've got a pretty good shot at that alliance now. I do have the space travel to help me get up the track there, and the Guild Accord is going to be able to get me there even when other people have already gone there. So a pretty good shot at getting the alliance, which unlocks this really nice reveal ability if for some reason I don't want to use the card as an agent later on. Now, of course, with Beast, it's nice to get an alliance early to power up the Signet Ring, so you get 2 troops out of the Brutality rather than 1. I'm not really super close right now, but Wow, 2 power plays sitting here. Okay, I've got to try to remember who picks these up because, you know, that can be a major, major difference maker. Tessia wins with a single troop, getting a victory point and a drop of water. Everybody else picks up some resources. Raid stockpiles. Okay. Okay. What do I want to do now? Well, I'm pretty sure I really need to go to interstellar shipping. I'm probably not going to be able to get the Swordmaster, unfortunately, because Leto is sitting there ready to grab it. So that's kind of a bummer. It might mean I can afford to actually spend some Solari on one of these techs with the appropriate. Okay, let's just do it. I'm going to advance and okay, I'm going to recall. Now, unfortunately, that's going to cost me a lot of time here. I'm going to end up running out of time. God damn it. God damn it. Is it going to... What did it do? Oh, my God. Okay, I burnt my Solari on the flagship. Well, that happened. That happened. So, yeah. My issue with this, the way that the UI works with the timer, is that the timer lies to you. So it's one thing, yeah, okay, if I run out of time, it's on me. But the issue is, it's not actually true, because when you think you have 30 seconds left, you actually have like 2 seconds left because of all the animations, right? Especially grabbing this Solari, it animates for me, animates for everybody else. It's pretty rough. Okay, well, it is what it is. Now, the issue I'm going to have here is I have a lot of demands on my Solari. So it chose to take my faction bump with the guild, which I guess is fine. Because the earlier I get that, the earlier I get... What? Okay, that's just telling me I have that ability, I guess. That freaked me out. Do I want to go back to shipping already? Or do I want to try to get in on this conflict? I think I'm going back to shipping. So I'm just building up troops here. Hopefully one day they'll have a chance to fight and win something. I decided to go here because I feel like I'm just going to want like a load of Solari this game. I still haven't gotten any of my major pieces. I have this tech, which is potentially going to want Solari. I have the... where did that card go? Oh, here. The Appropriate, which is potentially going to want Solari. So I kind of figured just like... going here makes sense. But it hurts. It kind of hurts that everything got burned on this. Ideally, I don't know if I would have liked to have spent all of that Solari right away, but it is what it is. All right, I've got 3 available here. I think the Bene Gesserit's sister is the way to go. It's just more versatile, and it has a potential to get me a point with the Bene Gesserit, which I'm going to want. Right now, I'm at nothing with that. I think that is nice, the fact that it highlights that ability there, because it is easy to just kind of forget about these techs. Have they added? No. For some reason, okay. They've got some work to do with the UI still. Like, you really should just be able to click here to see what someone's techs are. One thing that they did add in this patch, which I've been really wanting them to do for a long time, is these cards are now limited. So the Arrakis Liaison and the Spice Must Flow, they're not unlimited anymore, which they're not supposed to be. In the base game, they're not unlimited. You've got 8 Liaisons, 6 Fold Space, and 10 the Spice Must Flow. Did somebody already buy a Spice Must Flow? Tessia did it already. Wow. So most of the time, these things don't run out, but sometimes they can, and that's a big deal. So I really like the fact that these are limited as they should be. They don't show the Fold Space anywhere because technically those can run out as well. There's only 6 of them. And with the high demand on Fold Space, theoretically they could also run out. So I'm not sure if there's like a hidden pile of them somewhere or if they've just left that to be functionally unlimited. I mean, most of the time they don't run out because as someone uses one, it gets trashed back to the pile. And people don't usually like to let Fold Spaces just sit in their deck because they don't give you anything on reveal. But it could happen. Did we just get gun-thoptered? What just happened there? Yeah, we got gun-thoptered. All right. Pretty nice victory for Romber Vernius here. A single troop gets an intrigue card and 3 spice. The other spice just goes nowhere. Romber now sitting on a load of spice. Another load of spice sitting here on the Great Flat. 2 players have the water to grab it. All right, here is some interesting stuff for me now. If I can get this alliance, I'd kind of like to reveal this rather than use it. There's a couple of ways I could do it. Obviously, if nobody goes to Fold Space, I can just go there with my space travel. That'll take care of it. Another option is if I can get to interstellar shipping, I could go up, drop down, get it that way. I do want to get my Swordmaster this round, but it looks like there's no real hurry. The only other person who doesn't have it is Tessia, and she has no Solari, so I could wait till my second agent to do that. Romber monopolizing the spice here, sitting on 13 now. There is a spaceport in here. Nothing super... Okay, so he's got the Freeman camp to spend the spice on. So that's actually pretty nice for him then. I can understand a bit more why he's stockpiling so much. He has a couple of ways to use that spice. Beyond just the obvious ones that are always there. Hayliner, and Tex. Okay, so unfortunately, I cannot do what I really wanted to do, which was interstellar shipping. That would have solved a couple of my problems all at once. It would have gotten me the Guild Alliance. It would have gotten me the Solari needed for my Swordmaster. But I'm out of luck on that now. Wasting the Solari on this flagship. It hurts. Okay, well, I think I now have to use the Guild Accord to... Well... I could pick up some spice and then use it to go to Hayliner for 4 spice. Maybe that actually makes more sense. That probably makes more sense. That means I'm going to have to burn my fold space on Haga Basin, or I could go here, but I don't want to do that. I do really appreciate that tech reminder there, honestly. It's pretty nice. Because the thing with this flagship is it lets you get troops. Like, it's not just, oh, 4 Solari for 4 troops. You know, at first glance, that kind of makes me think of rally troops from base game, right? The space that used to be up here, where you pay 4 Solari, you get 4 troops. That's kind of what it seems like it is. The difference with this is you can activate it on the turn that you visit a combat space. So, you know, I could visit Haga Basin, which normally would just let me throw in 2 troops, but if I activate flagship that turn, I can throw those troops in as well. So it does give you a lot of opportunity to kind of flood the zone with troops in a way that you otherwise normally could not. Now, I'm not super sure that this move to go to Hayliner now is like necessarily the best. But I feel like it probably makes sense. You know, paying 4 spice for it, it's going to get me 5 troops and 2 water. I think it's probably a good deal. And it's going to allow me to... It should allow me to win this conflict. I'm going to have to commit a fair amount of troops because Vernius does have 1 agent remaining. Oh, I like that. I like that little UI thing. Okay, here we go. That gets me the alliance. That gets me 3 Solari as well, which is pretty crucial. I think this is new here. What could Vernius do here? If he goes to Hardy Warriors, he could throw in 4. You know what? Let's go hard on this. It's a lot of commitment considering here. But I really don't want to... I don't want to mess this up. Now, I could still lose it. It might not be enough. That's the thing. You never really know. It could be too much, Or it could end up still being not enough. If he throws in 4 troops and has a couple of good intrigue cards, plus some combat, some swords on reveal, I could still end up losing that. Okay, he's going to Carthag. How far does he want to go with this? I do have 3 swords on reveal, which is a nice thing. I'm going to be 1 persuasion short of a power play again. It's kind of crazy how long these power plays have been sitting there. Only 1 player right now has the High Council. Very even game in terms of victory points. 5-4, 5-4. Oh, I don't like the looks of that. I don't like the looks of that. That tells me that I'm actually... Oh, I'm actually going to lose this, it looks like. That's really going to hurt. There's no point doing this now because I can't throw them in. Hopefully those extra swords will help. Okay, do I want this chief administrator? Or do I want this smuggler's thopter to draw 2 cards? I do have the guild thing. The freighter on reveal, I mean, that can be really nice. The trashing I'm not super concerned about at this point. The guild access is not necessarily that big of a deal. I'm going to go with the Smuggler's Thopter for the card draw. I'm not sure that that's the best choice there, but I kind of think that I'm going to need to end up with some, some Spice Must Flow at some point, and that could help me draw the cards I need to get there. But honestly, I'm really not sure. I mean, that kind of free freighter activation on reveal can also be really huge. I mean, it can, it can get you influence, which is kind of the main thing I would want to get out of it. Because I do still need some influence, right? I'm nowhere with the Freeman. I'm nowhere with the Bene Gesserit. There's an Emperor's Alliance up for grabs. I might get challenged on this guild one as well. I could easily get challenged on that one. Okay, so he does have this artillery to potentially boost his combat strength. Did he reveal any swords, though? Looks like no, so... What is this? Okay, so we're going to have to see if he has any big combat intrigue cards. It could be that my 3 swords on reveal maybe will save me. We'll just have to wait and see. Oh, somebody just subscribed to the YouTube channel while I've been recording this game. So thank you for subscribing. I'm not sure if I can check to see who that was. I'm going to try to look here. We'll see if I can find out, because it's kind of fun. Okay, I'm not sure. I'll get back to that. I'll try to find a moment to see who that was, but I want to focus on this game here. Leto moving up here and here. How did that happen? Was it a signet ring? Oh, freighter. Okay. And he's... How did he do all of that just now? Okay, the freighter fleet was one. Acquired shuttle fleet. Oh, that's how he did it. Wow. 3 influence in one turn there. Pretty huge. Okay, so that's interesting. I think it must have been those 3 swords I had on reveal from Jameis and the dagger that put me just out of reach of whatever combat intrigues Vernius had there. Because why throw in those troops unless you think you can win it? All right, well, that's great news. I get the victory point. I get control of Carthag. Now, Leto's sitting at 7 victory points here. That is a little bit scary. I still don't have a sword master. It's kind of like, is it worth it at this point, or should I just go straight into High Council seat and hope to pick up a couple of spice must flows? In terms of spice, I don't have a lot. It would be nice to get some. I don't really have a way of getting to Hayliner right now. The other thing is my Solari could be better used just for flagships at this point. You know, the game's probably going to last another... There's going to be this round and 1 or 2 more, maybe. So the Swordmaster could still be worth getting. But at this point, it is a pretty tough decision. This spy satellites honestly might be pretty important for me. That's worth 2 victory points for me right now. Okay, that sucks. I did want that. Oh, what a pain in the ass move that is. Wow. That really hurts. That really hurts. What did he just do? Played the voiced interstellar shipping. Huh. I kind of think I should grab this 2 spice here. Okay, that's pretty nice. I'm not sure how much I care about this. I'm going to throw in 2 for right now. These other 2 can go in later if I want. Because the thing is, I think I really want to pick up this spy satellites. Now, if I don't get the satellites, then I will really want this influence to try to get these 2 points. Okay, I have 3 2 persuasion cards in the deck. Let's say, for example, that I sent reconnaissance to research station. That would drop me to 4 persuasion. I would need to draw 2 of these, at least 2 of these 2 persuasion ones, in order to get to 9 persuasion for a spice must flow. I think that might be worth trying. basically I just have to not draw both dunes. If I draw only one dune or 0 dunes, then I'm good. Okay, unfortunately, I'm not sure I can shout out whoever it was that just subscribed, but thank you for subscribing anyway. And look, thank you to everyone who subscribes to the channel. How about that? If you haven't already, feel free to do so now. It's very much appreciated. It makes sure that, first of all, make sure that you catch all the new videos as they come out, but it also helps me in terms of helping me grow the channel and helps other people find what I'm doing. Okay, Romber really wants this. Now, he's not a threat to me here. I think I'm just going to not fight too hard on this. Now, unfortunately, my research station play is gone. That's what I really wanted to do. So that kind of hurts. Maybe I should just pick up the High Council seat. Set myself up for hopefully a spice must flow in the future. That's what I'm going to do. It's not going to be this round. Maybe I can get myself a power play, though. Okay, that's kind of nice there. Actually, that takes the pressure off me here. I was kind of worried about Tessia challenging me for that alliance. Looks like that's not happening, at least right now. So that's good news. So I'm not challenging for this, which I think I'm okay with. If I can get second, I'd be quite happy with that. An extra water, an extra 2 Solari would be pretty nice. It's basically looking like I'm not getting the Swordmaster at this point. I mean, I could have done it right now instead of getting the High Council, but I just don't know that there are enough rounds for it to really matter, and I'm kind of angling towards the spice must flow thing. Okay, wait a minute. She's back. She's back up there because she went to fold space. Okay. Is Romber going to take the spy satellites or perhaps the restricted ordnance? Interesting that Romber hasn't gone for any dreadnoughts this game, given that his heavy lasgun cannons makes them stronger. Okay, he just went for a tech negotiator. Didn't opt to buy any of that tech. Well, I can see why. Sitting on 6 spice heading into round 7, you might want your 6 spice for that. Looks like Leto also set up for that move next round, which is quite scary given that he's sitting on 8 victory points. All right, well, I'm going to grab a power play here. I don't know that we're going to get to a point where that's actually going to matter, but you never know. So I will take it. I'll grab the voice as well. We'll see. We'll see where this goes. I really need to get this spy satellites. That's basically like my priority number one at this point, because that's worth 2 victory points for me, right? So this thing is worth 1 victory point for each faction where you have 1 or less influence. Well, that's me on the Bene Gesserit and the Freeman. So 4 spice for 2 victory points is pretty big. It is end game in victory points, so it doesn't let you close the game out, but it means when the game does end, you do get those points, which I think is kind of my only chance of winning this game. And even if I don't win, I want to try to get second, because the way that this ranking system works is you get 2 stars for first place, but you get 1 star for second place. So, fighting for second actually matters in this ranked mode. All right, where is he taking the influence? This is Romber, so red. I'm guessing Emperor and Guild. That's 2 victory points right there. Unless he wants to fight for the Bene Gesserit one and try to take Leto down, that would kind of be... Yes, he does. Okay, that's actually good. That's good for us and our chances here. Because if 1 point can be taken away from Leto, that gives everybody else a better chance to win. Economic supremacy is what's available here. Well, Leto does have a lot of stuff, but apparently not Hayliner access. Oh my god. This guy is nuts. What is he taking? What is he taking? Okay, well, he fortifies himself with the Bene Gesserit Alliance. Oh, I'm worried those spy satellites are going to get snatched away. Now, Leto doesn't actually need them, but he takes them away. God damn it. God damn it. I mean, it is a victory point, right? So for him, he can sell those spy satellites, basically, for a victory point. So that's what he's going for. Did he just do it? Yeah. Oh, man. Well, life is pain. I need to get a victory point here. I don't know if I can get 2. There is also the spice must flow. I don't think there's any point in trying to get up here at this stage. Might prefer to take that for the persuasion. I can't go to research station. Oh man, this is a pretty painful situation for me right now. I'm honestly kind of freezing at the moment. I don't know what to do, which is not good. That's not good at all. Okay, I'm just going here, and I'm just kind of gonna do this. I don't know what I'm doing. I probably should have just activated the flagship to throw everything in here. Yeah, you know what I should have done is I should have gone to the Great Flat instead, activated the flagship, thrown everything in, and then maybe I would have had enough to get 2 victory points out of there. Unfortunately, everything just kind of froze, which happens sometimes. It sucks, but it happened. Because it's going to be hard for me to actually get those troops in now. My only hope is Imperial Basin. That's the only place I can go to that actually is a combat space now. So, yeah. All right, well, it looks like I will be able to at least do that. But I'm not going to be able to get a spice must flow. Okay, let's activate this. Let's just throw everything in. Everything is falling apart. Everything is crumbling. Man, oh man, there's some painful things that happen. Some really painful things. Leto grabbing that tech really just kind of crushed my heart to the point that I think I just lost the ability to even really think. Tessia now at 8 victory points, so yeah. Yeah. Now, this is where the system is actually telling me I should just quit the game right now. Because at this rank, I'm at no rank, I can't lose any stars for disconnecting. So the system is, but I can only start games on the hour, which is in 2 minutes. So if I were following the incentives that the game is actually putting before me, I would quit the game right now and just queue up for another one, because I don't lose anything for quitting, but I do lose something for not getting into another game. I'm not going to do that, though. Yeah, whatever. I mean, maybe I can win this conflict, but it's not going to be enough for second, even if I get 2 points out of it. Oof. I mean, it's another game that comes down to running out of time on a crucial turn, honestly. Because the AI burning all my Solari on that invasion ship, that flagship, meant that I never got the Swordmaster. And again, yeah, it's like my fault for running out of time. But it's not my fault that the timer lies to me about how much time I actually have. Because when you see a timer ticking down, your mind is calculating, okay, I can get things done in that amount of time. I can decide my moves and then make them. But actually you can't, because you've got to wait for all of these animations to happen before you can actually do anything. So basically, as soon as your timer starts showing up, it's almost too late already. Is there actually going to be another round? I guess there might actually be another round here. So I'm going to get second. I'm going to get 2 Spice and 2 Solari. It looks like I'm actually going to come in last in this game. I mean, it's not over yet. We do actually have another round, which is surprising. Here's Battle for Arakeen. Now, unfortunately, I don't have Hayliner. That would be so nice. So I think what I need to do is Research Station with the voice and block Hayliner. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. It's not over until it's over. That's what I always say, and it is true. So I've been feeling fairly despondent. Do I still have a chance? If I can get these 2 victory points and buy a Spice Must Flow, that'll bring me to 9, which it's looking like is not going to be enough, potentially even for 3rd place. But, I mean, it's what I'm going to do. So, basically, it's going to be Fold Space to Hayliner. I'm going to use the flagship. I'm going to throw in 8 troops. And we'll see what happens. I'll buy a Spice Must Flow. And we'll see. We'll see where things end up. I'm going to lose the tiebreaker for second to Tessia as things stand now. So basically, I'm just fighting. Like, there's a tiny chance that there's another round after this, I guess, if neither Tessia nor... Well, look at all these people at 9 victory points. If somehow nobody gets another victory point, we could have another round, but it's extremely unlikely here. Does anybody have any points left to grab here? No. Just me, but I can't do it. So I guess somebody has to buy a Spice Must Flow, but I'm guessing somebody will. Did somebody else block that with the voice? What? Did it get double voiced? Oh, that son of a bitch. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, what can I do? What can I do? I can buy invasion ships, I guess. I guess that's the most troops I can get right now. Or just go to Arakeen is kind of the same thing. It doesn't, honestly, it doesn't really matter. So I'll just do this. I have gotten brutalized this game. There have been so many times that my plans have been absolutely wrecked. I think often by Leto. So, I mean, it's going to be an interesting finish still. You know, I don't know who's going to win. It's not going to be me, but other than that, it's quite up in the air. Robert picks up the restricted ordnance. All right, well, it's looking pretty good for Leto here. I wonder if this Chaw Murky could end up mattering. Still 999. Tessia has 6 cards in hand. I'm guessing that's going to be a Spice Must Flow coming up. So the question is going to be, can anybody top Leto's 11 points that we can see? Ooh, Tessia only has 7, so that's no Spice Must Flow there. Let's see about Vernius. Can Vernius do something? He has 3 intrigue cards. Does he have any relevant techs? Not in terms of pure victory points. Not enough to win the conflict here, but it's close enough. Leto only has 1 intrigue. Vernius has 3. And we know, I think, from earlier when he kind of started to challenge me for a conflict, that he did have combat intrigues. Here we go. What does he have? What does he have? Here comes one. Oh. Okay. It was a staged incident. Well, that's not going to do it unless he has another endgame for 2 points. Okay, he could get 1 point out of a plans within plans, but then he'd lose the tiebreaker. Does Tessia have a good endgame intrigue? No. Okay. Well, there it is. Wow. Good game to Urkas on Leto. Strong victory there. Looks like he actually had an endgame intrigue. Let me go back and see what that was. Leto had the plans within plans for 2. Wow. Okay, so that ended up being a pretty solid Leto victory after all. It looks like he would have won the game even without this 2-point victory, which is kind of wild to think about. Well, I suppose not. If he didn't get it and one of these other 2 did, then that would have been the game. the other way. And I came last place in my first ranked game. I don't lose anything for it. Tessia ended up winning the tiebreaker for second, so 1 star goes over to Leds 47 there. That was a good game, though. I really enjoyed that. There was a certain intensity to it that, I don't know, there was just an extra little something there. I'm not sure if we've got more serious players in the game or just the fact that we know it's a ranked game kind of added something to it. I'm still feeling kind of unhappy about, that AI move to burn all of my Solari on that move. I'll stop talking about it, but it definitely hurts. That's not to say that I would have won the game either way, but not getting the Swordmaster at all really hurts. That's something that, like I said, it's something I'm still kind of struggling with in Rise of Ix, is just getting the Solari needed for Swordmaster. It's really a lot harder to do. And I find a lot of games that I'm getting my Swordmaster kind of late or not even getting the High Council seat. So it is a learning process, and I'm continuing to do it. I hope you are enjoying coming along for the ride. So thanks very much for watching. Again, I'll remind you, if you're watching this video the day it comes out, which is Thursday, September 19th, tune in to my Twitch stream today at 9 p.m. Eastern, or a little bit before. I'm going to jump into the queue for a 9 p.m. ranked game this evening, so feel free to join me for a live one there. And you can join me any Thursday at 9 p.m. on Twitch. You can join me Sundays for a live Dune Imperium stream, Sundays at 10 a.m. Eastern time, right here on YouTube. That's always a good time. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.